Hello, I'm Robbie Fowler and you're watching Redmen TV.
Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV on an afternoon that saw David Moyes conclusively prove that he can't beat decent sides away from home as Liverpool drew 0-0 with the blue shite at Anfield. Yeah, not a great game, but before we talk about it in detail, let's first have some of your Facebook comments. Seamus Beethan says, decent game really, Gerrard was boss, we lacked that clinical edge though. Yeah, completely. I think both sides lacked that clinical edge. I mean, you could see, you don't want to say it before the game, but when you see a side that's got Victor Anichebe up front, you don't start shitting yourself. And that's Everton's crossed the bear more than it is ours, mercifully today. But I thought we might have had enough in an attacking sense, and I think we definitely shaded the attacking play. I think anyway. But yeah, just not clinical enough. Daniel Sturridge didn't quite recreate the form from Newcastle. Decent game all around. Yeah, decent's the word. It was a bit flat. I wasn't impressed with the atmosphere overly. It was quiet. I didn't think Everton fans were particularly good. They're normally well up for it. Like, I mean, I suppose if you were in and amongst it, any Blues watching this, because you'll doubtless be watching this, because what else are you gonna watch? If you were in and amongst the fans, you probably thought you sang really loud, but you didn't. And I'm not saying we were amazing, but yeah, they weren't great either anyway. Gerrard was boss. Gerrard was immense, and he really set the tone for us in the first half, and he showed he was our only world class player on the pitch. And it's a shame really, because looking towards next season, Steven Gerrard can't be your best player on the pitch. No, we're missing Suarez. I'm sure. I think we've got a couple of people mention it. It speaks volumes to the lack of quality in that squad for me. Anyway, Greg Armstrong says Enrique was the weak link going forward. Too many attacks broke down when he was involved. I know exactly what you're saying. It was frustrating, particularly toward the end, where you just like, you're hoping something will come off. But also, a lot of our best stuff did come through Enrique linking up down the left hand side, and yeah, I get that, I do. But equally, I think he still probably had a better game than Johnson. At least he tried to get forward, which is a big thing for me. Glenn Johnson's been. I thought he was our most consistent player, Suarez notwithstanding, up until around sort of Christmas, January time, and he's been off the boil since then. He's not shown the kind of ability that we know he's got. Defensively, I thought he was okay, but again, what we want to see him is causing far more problems in the attacking third, and he didn't today. But I get where you're coming from, Greg, with Enrique. He frustrated me to fuck, like. But I wouldn't to single him out. I think it's a little bit unfair. Anyway, Harris bin Showcat says, really missed Suarez up front. Yeah, he would have broken through the defence. Sturridge wasn't up for it today. Missed the best chance of the game after the pass from Coutinho, and what a pass from Coutinho, the key master, in full effect once again. Yeah, I think that's it. I think again, that looked like two teams who deserve to be in 6th and 7th in the league. And honestly, I think there could be either way. I think if we finished above Everton, we could give ourselves a neat little pat on the back. But well done. You finished 6th in the Premier League. It's hardly time for a fucking party, is it? Which is why it's a little bit embarrassing when you see some Evertonians treating it like they've just won the FA Cup final. Look. I'm being harsh. If we'd have won that game, I'd have been fucking buzzing. I would have absolutely been over the moon to see us win that game today. But I think again, it speaks how far Merseyside football slipped, that we're scrapping out for 6th and 7th place in the league, and really, we need to be setting our ambitions much higher up the league. So I think the difference is world class players, as mentioned earlier. Luis Suarez, we talked last week and people were saying, look, we play better without Suarez. Yeah, we play better in one game without Suarez. A bit different when you're playing against a Newcastle side that are just looking to be murdered. And we played excellent, and we got the game off to such a bright start against Newcastle. Everton did very well. I think they contained us well. We didn't have any real clear-cut chances in the first half. I thought we created the best of the not quite clear-cut chances, the chances that, but for a couple of inches and maybe a slightly better touch, we'd have had a more clear-cut opportunity off the back of it. But that being said, that's nothing. I think looking at the stats at half time in the ground, Everton had the possession in the first half, so we didn't get to grips in that game. 10 minutes in, we were the side on top, and then we stopped pressing for the vast majority of the first half, and that disappointed me. We let them get a foothold in the game, and really we should have absolutely killed it. But anyway, sorry, yeah, Harris, to get back to your point, yeah, Suarez would have made a difference today, and that's his fault. Ultimately, you know what I mean. There was a picture of him walking around the ground beforehand, and you see his face, and he looks, you know, he just looks devastated, and he should be, because he knows that he should be the star man in this game today, and that's it really. Okay, Jeff Harper. I mean, sorry, before we move on, do you think we missed Suarez? Would having Suarez on the pitch have made a massive difference today? Let us know in the comments section underneath. Do you think we you know, it would have been the same? Do you think Everton would have managed to shackle him or what have you? Again, comment section. Jeff Harper though. Coutinho's pass to Sturridge was just magical. What a player he is. Yeah, Sturridge was really poor today. He should have scored. I don't think he was really poor. I thought he was really isolated. We talked about this play in the match build-up. Sort of quite Rafa-like, almost 4-2. It looked to me 4-2, sort of 3-1. And the problem is that I think we gave Everton too much respect, and I think we should have pushed on a lot more, put a lot more pressure on their back four, because whenever we pressured their back four, Tim Howard fucked it up. Equally Pepe Reina did when they did the same, but that's not what I'm talking about. The fact is we should have put more pressure on their back four, and Sturridge just didn't get a chance to get close to him. His hold-up play wasn't quite good enough. I think he was I don't think he had a good game, but you can't say Sturridge, no, you're wrong, he had a good game. He had a very average game, but he has that one chance when he goes through, he should finish it, he gets it in the box, he takes it, he should just smash it, but he tries to be a little too deliberate over it, and you give Tim Howard a chance there, and Tim Howard's a top keeper, and you know, you've got to give him credit there. Well, yeah, Coutinho, boss, and I just feel a little bit sorry that I thought he was the best player in our, you know, in an attacking sense for Liverpool today, and he's not old enough or quite yet good enough to be the man who does it all, and he started to try and he come close, but on another day, you know, it's an experience thing. He's 20 years old, he has a couple of chances inside the box where he has a chance to shoot. A 23, 24-year-old Coutinho probably sticks them in the top bin, or lays a pass into someone else, and we're sat here buzzing our tits off over who wins the game. So yeah, Daniel Howard says, players beginning to tire. I thought Gerrard and Carrick were brilliant. As for Everton, complaining about the disallowed goal. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony indeed. I thought we really owed them one today. That with Suarez having the goal disallowed in the last minute with a game we should have won by all accounts, I thought, that means, you know, maybe we'll get the winner today. But, you know, they say these things sort of even out over the season. So if you're being bitter about it, Blue Noses, then do remember that we should have beat you at Goodison Park, and we didn't, because of a dodgy decision. I've not actually seen it back. I've literally come straight from the ground and straight in here. But by all accounts, it should have been a goal. So, got it. Gerrard and Carrick, yeah, brilliant. And Daniel Agger. Thought Daniel Agger was excellent at the back as well. I thought we did a very good job of marshalling Fellaini, although apparently he was elbowing people left, right, and centre. Let's see if the FA pick up on that. Don't think so. Anyway, Dan Cooper. Bit lucky that the goal was ruled off. Couldn't see what the ref blew for, but still a 50-50 game, and I think fair result. Stevie's showing just why he's not missed a game. Full throttle engine. Yeah, as I said, Steven Gerrard was brilliant. His range of passing. It's a shame that he had to do a lot of the defensive work, and I think we'd all like to see Gerrard doing what he was doing, but again in the opposition half. But he can't be everywhere. And I mean, similarly, Everton, I think their best players Fellaini, and he can't do it all. We had Milo on the show pre-match in our spanking new studio, not this old shit all, and he was saying that Fellaini's been playing well in defensive midfield for Everton, but he was always going to play further forward today to try and cause us a problem, and I thought we handled them very well. But this is the problem when you've got one genuine standout world-class player in your team. He's brilliant in a number of positions. Gerrard's not, you know, he's no spring chicken. He's going 33 next month apparently. He can't play in all those positions, so I thought he did very good marshalling the sort of the rearguard action and looking to spray things Zabi style. But I'd have liked to have seen him getting a little bit more involved further up the pitch. But I think that might, whether that's a case of Brendan Rodgers just being, I think maybe a little bit too cautious. I think substitutions wise, I don't think we switched the formation to three at the back, and it didn't seem to be any purpose to it whatsoever. You know, substitutions, I get the idea of getting Barini on, but for me, I'd always keep Henderson on the pitch just because of his running and work rate, and we lost that link, I think, between the midfield and attack a bit when we switched it round. And but equally, David Moyes, Craig was talking before the match about how you know, if this is going to be his last derby, his last chance to try and beat one of the big boys, particularly us away, he should have gone for it more. And I thought they basically, once they realised that we weren't offering any major threats, they were happy to settle for a point, and that's their prerogative, because they know that a point it pretty much guarantees that they're going to finish above us now. And so in that respect, you've got to sort of tip your hat to it. But for me, shithouse behaviour. Anyway, thanks very much for your comments. If you want to win Liverpool's brand new home shirt, we unveiled exclusively on the show this week, once again in this spanking new studio that has the slight sound issues that we're fixing. 48 metres of wadding currently sat there waiting to be stapled in places. You come back next week, you see. Yeah, if you want to win a Liverpool shirt, we've got an annotation up. I think it's in the bottom corner of the screen, and we'll also stick it up there as well. Follow that through. That's a ridiculously easy question, and you can be in with a chance to win the shirt. If you've already sent us a tweet with the answer, do it again. Why not? Double your chances, because I don't know. We've had a few. We've had a fair few. Just double your chances. Get as many in as you want. Just don't be obvious about it. Don't do them back to back, as a few people have done. And you know you're at. Anyway, yeah, disappointing. It feels like the season's pretty much done and dusted. It would have been nice to have had the last few games be a bit more competitive, but you never know. If the Shite fuck it up against West Ham, maybe we'll have a little bit of an exciting end to the season if we can get a point against, or get a win against Fulham, I should say. So anyway, you know, thanks very much for watching. Sadly, a draw that felt not like a defeat, but certainly not as much like a win as we would have liked. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, go on to redmentv.com. Check out the full show, free for month. We're going to be continuing through the summer, giving you all your transfer rumours and any general Liverpool related speculation. So do check that out. And also, as I say, go on and check out the new studio. We're on the final hurrah charge of this studio. 2 more games to go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Do join in the kick competition. Do check out the subscriber show, and if you don't, whatever, we'll see you there pre-Fulham next week. Ta-ra.